So Ireland getting an opportunity to bat first in this series. That's fantastically timed, square of the wicket by Paul Stirling. What a start from him. First ball, bang for 4. End of the over, Ireland 5 without loss. Edged, the second slip has come out, and they might be wondering about the wisdom of that, South Africa. Yes, you can see Lungi Ngidi's reaction there. Six. It's not often you see Paul Stirling playing a hook shot, but he's played it there and got it right off the middle of the bat. Cracking hit. That's a nice shot. That'll get Andrew Balbirnie going. Very full in length from Ngidi, and very nicely timed by the former captain.
Part and parcel. Oh, I think that's spun a little bit. Fontaine's signalling that something happened there, because he's a really good fielder, and it's rare to see him miss one as simple as that. There's movement down the wicket, and that is fantastic. 6 to end the over, 36 without loss.
Stirling has looked very good. Balance has been spot on all day, Isabel Joyce.
Here's going around. 400 caps. Well, Andy Balbirnie, he'll be pleased to see that just about thread the gap there. A welcome boundary, and the 50 up for Ireland. 50-run opening partnership. It was much needed, and it's come at a timely moment for Ireland. Six runs, well, that'll help him get going. Andy Balbirnie gets inside the line. He's very good at that type of hook shot.
Looking for any visual clue. It's a little simmer inside the line, and well picked up. He's going to pick up another boundary.
Not going to be able to be used by the South Africans. Oh, that's a bonus delivery. That is not the best from Fontaine, and that creates a really good over for Ireland. Takes the score to 90 after 19.
Good partnership being played. Now, hooked away. Finds the man in the deep. It's a good catch. It's a super grab. It was banged in. Balbirnie loves the pull on the hook shot, but he finds a sweeper in the deep.
Williams back into the attack. It's a nice height for the pull shot, and really you'd say Balbirnie's tried to hit that for 6, but he hasn't quite got all of it. Balbirnie out for 45. It's 101 for 1. Stirling's favourite area, a full toss, and he doesn't waste that.
It's just smacked away over mid-wicket for 4 by Stirling. He's been mightily impressive throughout the innings. Great shot. It's a strength of his, Curtis Camphor. He likes to get on bended knee, and this time he goes aerial. He's now gone for 5 off 3.
Well, that's better. When you're batting against someone who hasn't bowled that much and really isn't seen as a bowler.
Captain leading from the front.
That's not the greatest delivery, but it is well put away. That is brilliant from Stirling. It was a long hop, it was dragged down, but he had to pick the gap, rolled the wrists, placed it perfectly. 149 for 1. Tries to drag it and does. Just gets the contact. Oh, but Peter was a little bit slow in moving into his left to try and execute that catch, but I think it was still comfortably hit and had enough power to beat him even if he had picked it up early. Gets down, tries to paddle, and all he can do is paddle onto his stumps. So South Africa, they've got their breakthrough.
Yeah, and a much needed wicket for South Africa. Trying to improvise, got himself into a bit of a tangle. Also see his furniture disturbed in the process. Camphor, he goes for 34. Ireland now 159 for 2.
That's well played by Tector. He's controlled it brilliantly, placed it superbly, and that's a boundary to end the over. So 6 runs and a wicket from it, 165 for 2.
Stirling at his best. giving himself just that little bit of room, staying leg side and bunting the ball over mid-off. It was nothing more than a punch, really, and it's gone all the way for 6. Goodness me, he's hit that hard. Again, giving himself a little bit of room. Sterling carving it through backward point.
Maybe he can get another 100 to his name. No, he can't.
A wry look on the face of Paul Sterling, because he's been done in a way that he's been done so many times on this tour. The ball just jagging back, finding the gap between bat and pad, and the captain's on his way.
Put it right up there. And the hands just go away. As soon as that ball came in, you could see Paul Sterling's expression. Gap between bat and pad and the death rattle. But he's put in a brilliant performance, Paul Sterling. Not easy out there. 88 for him. He'll be disappointed not to get to 3 figures, but he goes for a well-made 88 from 92. And Ireland 179 for 3.
Sure what that's hit. Langton Raziri says leg by. Yes, I thought it did make a helmety sort of sound.
Flayed away. Excellent from Tector. I mentioned the field had changed. Third came inside the ring to put the sweeper deep square leg. That was excellent manipulation from Harry Tector.
Up over extra cover and away for 4. Yeah, he's found the gap here. Tucker finds the gap beautifully. There's the boundary. There's the boundary you're after. Nicely placed again. Beautiful stroke by Tector. This going to fall safely? No, that's a lovely catch. Rickleton showed good speed in getting to that ball, and South Africa have made the breakthrough.
Not a good option from Lorcan Tucker, because you know Pekliqueo is going to bowl slower ball after slower ball. But this is a really good catch. Backtracking, gloves on, calls his fielder out of the way, and then elbows impacting the ground, make sure he has control. It's a good dive, it's a good slide. Lorcan Tucker's gone for a bright and breezy 26, 2-3-3 for 4.
Yes. Oh, yes. Instead, he picks him out.
George Dockrell gets it exactly where he wants it. This is his, well, it's his onion, as they say in the industry. It's his strong spot. Gets too much of it. Ideally, a slice would have been much more effective with the field that was set. Myself and Dockrell shakes his head, finds deep point for 6. 2-4-3 for 5.
Low delivery. Has he got enough? Yes, he has. Reza Hendricks gives up the hope of taking the catch, and that's wonderfully struck. Takes him to 49. That's beautifully caressed behind. The placement is superb. Another boundary to big up a 50. His 12th ODI 50, second versus South Africa, and he really has played well tonight. There we go. There's the paddle, and there's the result, Fern. It hasn't worked out for the 3rd time tonight. Mark Adair has to be on his way with a broken stump.
He's given his game away too early. He's moved too early, and he's moved way too far across his stumps. In the end, not affording himself any opportunity to lay bat on ball. There he goes for 8. Ireland now 274 for 6.
That could be close, could be close. Finger goes up. Yes, it does. Safian Hend comes to the crease on debut, and he might be on his way. Decides to review it. Let's go upstairs and have a look. Has it clipped that leg stump?
There we go. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets as umpire's call. Go back on field to Rowley. Stay with your original decision about Rowley. You're on screen now.
A faint tip's as good as a solid hit, Vern, when you've got the umpire's call in your favour. And Lazard Williams had actually turned around and gone back to his mark. He thought it was missing. On hand, on debut, just lost the one delivery. See if you can find the fence. Has a bonus boundary to end the over. He swings, but he doesn't make contact, and there's another wicket for Lazard Williams. 4 for 56 for him in his 10. A brilliant Yorker.
That quick arm action again, and he's way through Graham Hume before he could get that blade down. Bullseye. And what an evening for Lazard Williams. Hume goes for 1, Ireland 279 for 8.
Delivery doesn't get hold of it, does Tector. We want him to come back for the second. He's going to risk being run out, but he wants to get back on strike. And I think he's going to be short. That was a really good throw by Verena. It was the bounce throw over the top of the stumps. And I get the feeling Tector might well be short here.
Okay, you can hold it there. Okay, I'm ready to make my decision for the big screen.
And a wonderful innings of 60 or 48 deliveries comes to an end from Harry Tector. He'll be very happy that he's got some form again. 282 for 9. Last delivery, it's a slow one. Will they come back for the second? Will there be another run out? Young decides not to attempt it. And that means that Ireland post 284 for 9. After winning the toss, decided to bat first. Brilliant 100 partnership to start. A 50 followed it for the second wicket. And with that foundation laid, they've ended up posting 284.
Well, they needed to get runs. They got an excellent opening partnership between Balbani and Captain Sterling. And a couple of contributions. 34 from Kamfer, Tector 60, Tucker 26. Yeah, it's been blistering hot conditions here. Bowlers were put to the test. None for 70 for Lungin Giri, but the standout bowler once again, Lazard Williams, with 4 for 56, 2 for Bartman and 2 for Ndile Fwetlakwaya.
285 is what is be required by South Africa in their 50 overs at 5.72 the over. We'll take a break and we'll be back with the action in 20 minutes time.
Here we go then. Well, that would have been close if it had been picked up at mid-off. Matthew Humphreys, the man who couldn't quite get his hands on it, and the batter's come back for 2. Edged, and the catch is taken. Paul Sterling at first slip. So Adair gets reward in his very first over. He'd been testing Rickleton outside the off stump.
Yeah, Rickleton would have seen this one coming back at him. He's bowled a couple that went across Rickleton, but on this occasion, a thick outside edge. And an excellent catch by Paul Sterling behind the stumps. South Africa lose their first, 4 for 1. As many deliveries as possible. Oh, I tell you what, has he caught it? That's an excellent catch. Wow, they've asked him to get it a touch straighter, and success immediately. Yeah, there was a little bit of a conference before that ball from Marco there. I can tell you what, he's asked him to get it a touch straighter, and it worked immediately.
And Reza Hendricks, well, it's been a long way back from South Africa, or just 1 run. Out he goes, and South Africa are 8 for 2.
4 overs, 2 wickets down. Oh, that's nearly a third. Is there? Oh, it is! I thought there was a little edge involved there, and that's why there was a bit of a stifled appeal, but not the case. Van der Dussen, yeah, he's not going to take it. He's sending it upstairs.
Pitching outside off, impacting line, wickets, hitting. Okay, we'll go back to Rowley on field to stay with this original decision of out. Rowley, you're on field now, please signal.
Yeah, it did look good. I just thought maybe I'd heard an extra noise, but definitely far away from the inside edge. And Van der Dussen has to be on his way for 3. Oh dear. They've been so good. And that was uncalled for. Was that Craig Young? Edge, and that one goes past third slip, and that'll be another bonus boundary. So 2 boundaries from 2 deliveries. It's well played. Holding the length, but that is well executed by Verena. Got into a good strong position and just didn't look to overhit it, just caressed it.
It's a thick inside edge. It is a shorter side, and it will go away for a boundary. Now then, got a golden duck with the bat, and he's been pumped for 4 first ball. Now then, that's in front of off stump. Yes, it is. Shuffling across, got himself into a really horrible tangle, did Kyle Verreynne. It thudded into his pad. Umpire said yes. Will he send it upstairs?
You can see why Craig Young didn't even turn around to appeal. The only thing that could have saved him is being hit outside the line, but reckon that's stone dead in front. Kyle Verreynne goes for 38 from 36. South Africa 59 for 4.
I think Glenn McGrath wouldn't have been far off. That's nicely played. There's the one he's been waiting for. A little bit of width and just banged in short enough to be able to judge the movement off the surface, and he gets into a strong position.
Oh, that's a shot.
Long half volley, but it gets Smith off the mark with a boundary.
Out. Young strikes, and it's the big fish. Tristan Stubbs goes.
Have a look at this. Goes away from the right-hander. Stubbs follows, he gets a healthy edge. It's a massive wicket. Century a couple of nights ago, not tonight. Stubbs has to go. Disconsolate, gone for 20, 79 for 5. Half volley, and that's pumped through extra cover. Not sure if Yunhan's going to track that one in. No. Nice cover drive from Smith.
It'll be 4. That's what it'll say in the scorecard anyway, but perhaps it won't reflect a little bit of fortune that Pep Lequello had there. It's nicely timed. Long chase for Humphreys, and I'm not sure he's going to pull it back. No, he isn't. Consecutive boundaries for Pep Lequello. First had a fair amount of fortune. The second was very classy. A lovely shot down the ground. Pep Lequello. Delightful straight drive.
That's hit hard on the up, and that's a really good shot. There's nothing really wrong with that length. The first few deliveries of the over seemed to be over pitched, but that was a proper length. Nicely dealt with by Pep Lequello. That's where you just want to kind of knock it down there. Pulls that one away well. And there's another example of the pie possessor. That is a fantastic shot. It's gone all the way, so that's 10 from 3 deliveries, and all of a sudden you get the feeling that he's starting to feel comfortable. After the short pitch delivery, up in the air, could be taken. Yes, it is. They get their breakthrough. 2 men set back. He falls into the trap, that's Pep Lequello, trying to go after it like Smith did early on in the over, but I think it hits high up on the bat.
Ndile Pep Lequello hand been operating on it back of a length all evening. On this occasion, he's dragged the length back. Ndile Pep Lequello picking out the fielder down at fine leg. Lequello goes for 23. South Africa now at 126 for 6.
Back into the attack and finds the edge, but that'll probably work its way down to the fence, and does. So a fortunate boundary to get Fontaine underway.
Flashed away. Up and over point, that's going to be a boundary. It's a poor ball, short, wide, and Smith is just, dare I say it, getting into a bit of a groove here. That's a lovely shot. Again, it's a half volley. That's his strong spot, Jason Smith. Doesn't overhit it, gets a good stride to the ball, but the placement is so impressive. Plenty to be positive about if you're an Ireland cricket fan. That's a lovely half century from Jason Smith. First in the ODI arena, and with that he gives South Africa a chance here in Abu Dhabi. 35 done, 159 for 6.
Gets through the defences, slides one on, crashes into the stumps, the quicker delivery. And that was brilliant delivery. 104, the other one before, 91.
I think he set him up nicely. The ball prior to this, a bit of turn. Bjorn Fortuin playing back to a Fully's delivery from Humphries. Bjorn Fortuin goes for 11. South Africa now 159 for 7.
Swings hard and does it well over mid-wicket. And that's the way to start an over. That one was more controlled than some of the other shots we've seen from him in the last few overs. There's that shot. Sterling was almost going to ground before the ball got to him, but that is well struck. Change up of pace. But Smith equal to the task. Edged and he's on his way. The back of the length delivery with a bit of pace by Young has meant that he's found the feather, and South Africa have lost their 7th. Or is it their 8th?
This one just got big on him. It's the cross seam, which means it Russ Lazard Williams got onto him a touch quicker. And it's through to the keeper. Williams goes for 2. South Africa now 176 for 8.
Does, and he gets the inside edge, but it's away to the fence. Bonus boundary for Lungi Ngidi.
Markader into the attack. Clobbered. Sounded beautiful off the blade. Onto the grass bank for a monster.
Players who could be in a normal starting 11 as he grinds that one away to leg side and places it really well. Just a flick of the bottom hand. And that was hit with some immense power. Takes him into the 80s.
Tugged leg side in the gap again. It's raining boundaries here for Smith. Moves to 85. Oh, don't worry about chatting. Don't worry about chirping a batter. Look at that stare. A big 6 to end the 43rd over. 18 off it. 209 for 8. For that wide Yorker, there is a man down in the deep. It's Markader. It's out. He did go for the wide Yorker. Smith had to throw everything at it. Slices to Adair.
Really was wide. He had to reach for it, and that's maybe why he didn't get anywhere near the middle. Norton, his first one-day international. Tonight, he was spectacular for his 91 of 93. Gave South Africa maybe half a chance. South Africa lose the 9th, 209 for 9.
No, it'd be very disappointing if any player, good shot from Lungi Ngidi. Gone! Brilliant for Ireland! Graham Hume mops it up. Ngidi nicks off to Lorcan Tucker. And Ireland have another historic win here in Abu Dhabi. Beating South Africa by 69 runs in the 3rd and final ODI.
And it was a comprehensive win in the end for Ireland, built on the back of some solid contributions at the top of the order, led by Paul Sterling, 284, a significant score. And South Africa, well, they were 10 for 3 at the start of their innings, with Markader bowling really effectively with the new ball, and a long way back from 10 for 3. They fought hard, led by Jason Smith, a fine innings from him, but in the end, it wasn't quite enough.